Welcome to week 2 of Old Testament Survey 2. I want to just go over a few things here. As far as what we're going to be talking about this week, we're moving on into Daniel and Ezekiel, two of the major prophets, called major because of their length, not because of their significance. All the prophets certainly are significant and I would argue have equal significance as the Word of God. What we're going to be looking at specifically as apocalypticism and eschatology. If we're looking at apocalyptic literature, Daniel and Ezekiel are great examples of that in the Old Testament. And what we're going to be looking at specifically in your discussions is how the term Son of God is used between the two. This is a great lesson for hermeneutics, which we'll get into in the discussion. But also an understanding of of the purpose of Daniel and the purpose of Ezekiel. So in order to answer that question, you're going to need to really flesh out the purpose of the books, how they're using it, and then look at the context of how Jesus uses it to answer the question fully. To go over just a couple of housekeeping issues, I thought the first week's discussion went pretty well. I do want to remind you, if I ask you a question on the discussion board, you'll need to respond to me. That's just like in a regular class. If a professor asked you a question, you would want to answer that. So a couple of you haven't responded yet to my initial question. So please do that so that we can get the full out of the discussion. And I saw that most everyone did a good job responding to my post that I put in there. I posted right above me a summary of last week's discussion in which I kind of go into some more detail about what I was looking for there and what I was talking about. So you can watch that. I hope everyone has a great week. We only have the one discussion board, no assignments or anything this week. I will start going through and grading your assignments from last week, so I appreciate your patience on that, but please pay attention to the feedback I give you. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to ask.